Crumpets commentating here, y'all, aka Jimmy J, aka J Legend, aka the best in the business. I'm here talking about the trade with Michael Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys traded Michael Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for two first round picks for 2026 and 2027 first round picks, and they also traded a defensive tackle, Kenny Clark, included in the trade. Now this trade, and I said this in at the beginning of the summer, they might as well trade Michael Parsons because they not going nowhere. Now everybody else disagreed with the, but I said how was they afford to pay him, CeeDee Lamb, and yeah, and a quarterback, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. They couldn't afford all them people, pay all them people. They had to trade him and to get something from him because they wasn't going nowhere with Mike Parsons anyway. Either their defense is worse trading him, but it didn't make no sense paying him that type of money and you're losing. And plus he can't stop the run. But he's an elite pass rusher. He's one of the top 5 pass rushers in the game. You get him that. But he's gonna make Green Bay better. He's gonna put Green Bay in Super Bowl contention. I don't think Jordan Love has to pay a lot better than he did last year for them to be contending. But they still not gonna beat the Eagles. But they're gonna be a Super Bowl contender this year. Jordan Love has to play better. But Jordan Love had the talent. He just gotta play better. But yeah, that definitely puts him in Super Bowl contention. Yeah, but the Michael Parsons trade, it was a crazy trade. It was a crazy trade, but it made sense to trade him. But I don't think they got enough back for him. They should have got 3 first round picks, but it worked out. Michael Parsons won in that trade. He got his money and he got to go to a playoff contending team. So Michael Parsons won in that trade. Jerry got fleeced. Yeah, Jerry got fleeced out of that trade. Yeah, Jerry got fleeced. True, they did Michael Parsons. They sent him to a winning team. But Jerry, he just making a lot of bad moves. But But they couldn't. They had to trade Michael Parsons. They couldn't afford to pay him. Yeah, they couldn't afford to pay him. They had to get rid of him. They just got to make the right moves in the draft. Pick up the right guys, and they got his money off the books. Yeah, but yeah, they made yeah, the Packers made a great move. Dallas, yeah, they had to get Michael Parsons off the books, but they could have got a lot more out of that trade. But they did Michael Parsons a favor. They did Michael Parsons a big favor. And Jerry Jones, he was lying. Jerry, there's no way in the world Jerry didn't ambush Michael Parsons with that contract. He thought Michael Parsons was going to bow down and do what Dak and all them were doing. No, he was like, he don't do business like that. Yeah. You can't disrespect. You can't talk about a man like a dog in the media, and then sit there want to do a backdoor deal, and then offer him less money. Yeah, and Mike Parsons did the right thing. You talk to his agent. That's what he's paying his agent for. He don't do business. Yeah, but people gotta understand, like it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff that happened that we don't know about and behind the scenes. But I believe Jerry Jones tried to do a backdoor deal on him and try to ambush him with a deal, and then try to seal the deal with a handshake. And I was like, and Mike Parker, like, he don't do business like that. No, I wouldn't do business like that either. You ain't got nothing on paper and nothing on, yeah, and you ain't do it through the proper channel, do it through his agent. Yeah, you're not gonna beat him out no money. He said, "Oh, they gave Dak 60 million." Yeah, that's Dak. Dak probably could have got even more. But Mike Parson, he said he wasn't selfish. He was trying to get the deal done earlier when he had to lead to that, and he would have took less. But he wanted to wait till the last minute and then wanted to get him the money that he should have got 2 years ago. Yeah, it don't work like that. The market went up. The today yesterday price ain't today's price, and that's what Jerry Jones on. Yeah, that's what Jerry Jones on realize. He think he can still do business like how he used to do business back in the 90s. That junk don't work. Even Stephen A. told him that it didn't work. Stephen A. told him that didn't work. Stephen A. literally told him that work. He said he been doing business for 50 years. He think he could do business that how he used to do it back in the 90s and the 80s. How he do it now. No, that junk don't work. He said, I got him a dead brother. I don't think Dak cared. As long as he got his money. I don't think Dak cared. He got his money. Dak was good. Dak was good. Dak got his money. I don't think he cared. But this whole Michael Parsons saga, it was crazy. And Jerry Jones sat there and told a bold faced lie. Oh Jerry told a bold faced lie. Said all that goofy stuff about that's how he do business. I said it don't work like that in the newer generation. They want you to speak to their agent. They not sitting there. You're not sitting there gonna beat them out of money or try to get a bargain basement. No, and that's what he trying to do with Dak. And he was trying to bargain basement Dak. I mean, not bargain Dak. He's trying to bargain Michael Parsons. He's trying to bargain Michael Parsons. Dak, he got his money. You know, Dak wasn't worth that 60 million. I definitely wouldn't have gave Dak Prescott that 60 million. Dak wasn't worth that. Dak wasn't worth that at all. Now Michael Parsons worth his money. Dak, well, I would have traded Dak. But I wouldn't have did that. But Michael Parsons, I would have re-signed Michael Parsons. But I guess they trying to get Archie Manning in next year's draft. But yeah, and I believe Cowboys. I don't think they had a great draft. It did because they there was a lot of stuff they didn't address. They didn't address pass rusher, which they could have got like 2 pass rushers in that draft, but they didn't do anything. But that's why they the Cowboys. Jerry Jones, he fumbled again, but he's still making money off his franchise. That was his goal, not to win. It'd be a loser, but make all the money. Yeah, yeah. But at the end, Parsons won, and Jerry Jones told a lie. He told a bull-faced lie. There's no way in the world they shook on the deal and Parsons agreed to do a deal with him like that. No, he told him to speak to his agent, that's what he's supposed to do. Yeah. Parsons got what he wanted. Jerry got what he wanted. Just to get out that deal. He got fleeced in the deal. He got fleeced. He got fleeced in that deal. But Dallas Cowboys, until Jerry releases the general manager position, they gonna lose. They gonna continue to lose. And I'm be laughing at Bishop, going into this season, because he gotta watch this mess. He gotta watch the Dallas Cowboys getting spanked every week. He gotta watch them getting destroyed and can't stop the run. They gonna put up points, but they ain't gonna be able to stop nobody. Cause they got to replace edge rusher. They got to replace and they got to get a quarterback. Yeah, and they got to get a quarterback. And they should have got an edge rusher this year because it was a deep edge rusher draft. It was a really deep edge rusher draft this year, but they didn't do it. A lot of things the Cowboys didn't do it. Jerry Jones didn't negotiate Michael Parsons' contract correctly. There's a lot of things he didn't do correctly. He said he don't got no regrets, but he should regret this because he gave up Michael Parsons for nothing. He gave him up for nothing. He got fleeced. He got robbed. Yeah, he got robbed. He got robbed. Yeah, he got robbed. He got robbed. He got fleeced, and it's nothing else he could do about it now. I guess he just wanted to get him off the beach because it was no way in the world he was going to be able to pay Michael Parsons and in that big contract, that $60 million contract that Dak Prescott got, and then he gave CeeDee Lamb all that money. The best thing he could do is hope he can get Archie Manning in another year. Package them big picks together and get Archie Manning. That's the best thing he could do. But outside of that, the Cowboys is done. The Packers they made themselves into a contender with Michael Parsons, but yeah, that's yeah. They gonna be battling the Eagles for they probably gonna them and the Commanders is gonna be battling the Eagles in the conference championship. So if Jordan Love it play at the level that he need to play at, but and me as an Eagles fan, I'm sitting here dying laughing. dying laughing. I know everybody else is laughing at the Cowboys. But this is the Crown Prince commentating. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to donate, Cash App, or you can super chat. Peace out.